We're the Tank Blitz, Armour Pants here. Another tank review if you don't know, 59 Patton in the stores now. This is Frankenstein, the original movie Boris Karloff. And you're wondering why am I showing this? Well, it's because this tank is kind of like Frankenstein's monster. There you go, Frankenstein. And if this seems familiar to you, it's because we recently did the T95E2, which is another kind of Frankenstein's monster tank. And this is exactly the same. It's two tanks put together. And you'll see that when we look at the tech spec. So let's have a look at it now. Let's go to the ever-reliable Blitz hanger. Great asset. Recommend everybody should use it. Let's type in 59 Patton and off we go. Hit select and all the necessary information that you could ever need pops up. Now, as I said, this is a Frankenstein's monster, right? So basically this is two tanks put together. It's the Type 59 Chinese tank hull, and then it has an American turret and fire system on it from the M48 series. Now, and the T95E2 is another again tank, two tanks stuck together. And actually, when I saw this 59 Patton in the shop, I thought it was a T95E2 for sale again. Even it kind of looks similar. And I was kind of thinking, Jesus, wargaming, this is so lazy. This is just the same fucking thing over again. It has more. It's more or less the same tank, just has a different name. It's the same rate of fire, same gun, 90mm gun. It's just laziness. So I used the Frankenstein analogy last time, so I'm also going to be equally lazy and do the same thing again here, because that's exactly what it is. Also, I have other shit to be doing, by the way. I have a real fucking job. Unlike the people in more gaming, this is not my fucking main profession. I only do it because I love the game and to help other players, especially bad ones like myself. So anyway, as you saw there, 90mm gun, great rate of fire, 5.5 seconds, decent enough pen, good damage per minute. Now look at the armor profile. We'll see that this is brilliant hull down tank. Turret armor is just troll on it, but it has very good frontal armor too, so you can go up and intimidate the enemy with this, and you'll bounce some shots on it. Obviously it's vulnerable at the sides and back, but you can get some anglings going there. You might even be able to side scrape against other mediums, probably not against heavies, but against other mediums. But this tank is pretty mobile. It does 50 kilometers an hour in forward, 20 in reverse, so it's very mobile. You see here against Tier 8s, look at that, that's pretty much red and orange, so front on. And except for the cupola, you don't really have any vulnerable bits, so it allows you to go front on and in the face of the enemy. And even against Tier 9s, you can see it's decent enough. But Tier 8 and Tier 7, it's really going to bounce shots and going to help you out when you're up there in the face of the enemy. Tactics, it says peekaboo, peekaboom, long range sniper, circling there and brawling, and you'll actually see in the video I'm going to show you that it is good at all those things. It's also good at getting around the map with that decent speed, and of course it's not the fastest medium tank out there, but it is a good tank that gets around the map and it won't let you down. So let's roll, shall we? Now here we are taking this Frankenstein's monster. One thing I would say is this is an ugly fucking bastard of a tank. There's not much attractive about it at all. But then I guess that's what happens when you stick two things together, isn't it? You know, there are exceptions, of course. Mariah Carey, she's half Irish, half Venezuelan, and the results there are not so bad. But you know, look at English pit bulls, ugly little bastards. That's what happens when you mix around with things, isn't it? So anyway, I digress. By the way, I'm not an expert on dogs or Mariah Carey. Those two things just popped into my head, as things do. So what I decided to do here was I looked at the Reds list. I saw that we have a good chance of capturing the base out on the ice. So I decided to go to A. And as we saw, nobody else turned up, so we get a free capture here, which is good. And you can see my ugly little arse dancing around here just in case somebody does get a bead on me. Just having a quick sconce, what's going on. And now we're off, so we're going to try flanking maneuver now. So we got some XP there for base capture, which is always good when you're trying to get a mastery badge. And now I'm going to go up and see if I can flank. Now I know there's somebody there because my little mate just got smashed. He just lost over half his XP from one shot. He's not good for him, so probably the Jagdpanther smashed him there, I'd say. Another mate is coming in here, the LTTB. He's going side on across the mall, so I'm not really sure what he's trying to achieve there. But I'm going to come up here and I'm going to see now if I can get past that Jagdpanzer to start putting some damage on him. So you can see the tank, as I said, not the fastest in the world, but it's fast enough. And allows me to get in behind him And of course he's occupied with the SP1C and with the LTTB as well, so he's not really paying attention to me. There isn't really a whole lot he can do anyway. He can't face onto both of us, so I guess what he's doing is just trying to farm as much damage as he can before he gets killed, which is why he fires at the LTTB again. But that allows me to take him out, so a bit of luck there, of course. I just got lucky, but then you kind of make your own luck, so I made the decision to actually go beyond him, and the other stayed in front of him, which is not a good idea when you're facing onto a tank destroyer. You can see here the gun is good, just a normal AP round, went right through the bottom of the T-34, and they are tough customers to penetrate. As we say, they're like a 90-year-old nun with a very strong celibacy vow, very difficult to penetrate, but put it right through there, so the gun is reliable, and with that 5.5 second reload you get a good rate of fire. Now I was wondering where that T-34 gone. He's going to try to get onto the side of me, so I'm going to try to come around. Again, you see I got a shot into him there, he got one into me, but I'm going to come around him here now. I see the tank is decent enough, pretty manoeuvrable. Going to put one into him here now, try to track him, come back, go forward again, and just took one there, but overall you can see it is pretty manoeuvrable, not the most manoeuvrable in the world, but also the T-34 knows what he's doing. He backed on there so he couldn't go around him. That's very sensible play. You see I took a full round off him there. That's sensible play from him. But what really wins me this brawl with him is the fact that I have a 5.5 second reload, which really allows me to put a lot of shots into him, and the tank is relatively manoeuvrable. But I did of course take some damage, but then as I said, the T-34 knew what he was doing, backed onto the wall so I couldn't get around behind him, and that always gives him a fighting chance. Now I come up here, I'm right behind the T-34 too. He's preoccupied with the targets in front of him. I'm just keep checking there to make sure that low doesn't come around onto me. And now I'm going to try to capture this base, get some more XP for this. Because obviously with the more base captures you get, the more XP, you get a lot of XP for it, which is why it's easier to get mastery badges in Supremacy games. Just put one into a small target there, so I got one onto him. Will I have a chance to get another one in? No, so I back around. Now I know the low can't one-shot me, the Luva, he can't one-shot me, so I'm going to try to put one into him here, and I take one, but now I know he's the last tank and I have a 5.5 second reload. I don't fuck around and I put heat straight into the side of him, and it's game over. Yeah, and I think, you know, I really used the rate of fire there, and I knew that it wouldn't let me down, and I can put two into him for one into the one he can put into me. So I was happy to trade those hit points with him, and went for the AP, went for the heat at the end just so I wouldn't bounce. So there you go, over almost 3.8k of damage, and I earned a lot of XP, as you can see. Base XP is almost 1.5k, and that's for the base captures, etc. Anyway, so let's have some takeaways. What's important from the important stuff about this tank? It has a good gun, great rate of fire. That 5.5 second reload is fantastic. Great frontal armor, and the turret is practically troll. It's fast forward and back. It's not the best in its class, but it's good enough. It's agile and map friendly. It gets around, as you saw, I travelled around the whole length of that map. It is vulnerable from the sides and back, so keep your front of the enemy if you can, and use the rate of fire as I did against the Luva at the end. Pump that damage out. And it plays a bit like a T-54 Mod 1, but it has a better rate of fire, so if you like that tank, you like this. And it's a solid med tank, won't let you down. So if you're looking for something interesting and decent to buy in the shop, and you like Frankenstein's monsters, ugly little bastards, think about this. Alright, cheers now, subscribe, follow, or don't, or whatever. Cheers now, see you now. Cheers now, boys, cheers, Mush, bye.